Have you ever found yourself pondering over the appearance of Jesus as described in the Bible? It's a question that has captivated the minds of scholars, theologians, and believers for centuries. The intrigue stems from the fact that while the scriptures are abundant with intricate details about his profound teachings, miraculous deeds, and pivotal moments of his life, they remain surprisingly sparse when it comes to describing his physical features. This notable absence of physical description has fueled endless speculation and interpretation, encouraging us to look beyond the familiar artistic and cultural depictions that have shaped our imaginations for generations. The Bible's silence on Jesus' physical appearance compels us to shift our focus from the external to the internal, urging us to seek a deeper understanding of his essence and character. What can we infer about Jesus if we move past the question of his outward looks? By exploring this fascinating topic, we embark on a journey that is as much about spiritual insight as it is about historical inquiry. This video invites you to join in this exploration, aiming to uncover what the lack of physical description tells us about the man who left an indelible mark on history. Prepare yourself for a journey that promises not only to satisfy your curiosity but also to provoke deep reflection and spiritual discovery. Together, let's delve into the profound mystery of Jesus' identity, seeking to grasp the essence of who he was, beyond the physical form. The Carpenter of Nazareth. Jesus' life in Nazareth was not just that of an ordinary carpenter. His journey began humbly among wood and nails, but his destiny was to shape not only furniture but hearts and minds. Imagine young Jesus, learning carpentry skills while growing in wisdom and grace. This initial phase of his life teaches us that true greatness often begins in simple places, where dedication and integrity shape a character that will resonate for centuries. Consider how his skillful hands not only worked wood but also paved the way for a message that would echo beyond his small town. Just as he shaped wood, he shaped lives, preparing a legacy of love and redemption that would transcend all generations. This image of a carpenter from Nazareth reminds us that God often chooses the simple and humble to accomplish great deeds. Jesus, the carpenter, invites us to look beyond appearances and value the journey that shapes the heart. The silence of the Scriptures. The silence of the Scriptures about Jesus' physical appearance is a point that has always intrigued many scholars and believers. The Bible, so rich in details and stories, does not offer us a clear description of what he looked like physically. This silence may seem strange, but perhaps it is a way to emphasize that Jesus' message and teachings are more important than his appearance. Imagine, if Jesus' appearance had been described in detail, would we focus more on his figure than on his words? This silence also invites us to reflect on the importance we give to appearances in our lives. In a world where image carries so much weight, the lack of physical description of Jesus reminds us that the value of a person goes far beyond what is seen. Think about the last time you judged someone by their appearance. Now, think about how different it would be if we focused more on people's actions and words, just as the Bible guides us to do with Jesus. This perspective can transform how we relate to others and ourselves. The description by Isaiah. Isaiah's prophecy offers an intriguing view of Jesus' appearance. In Isaiah 53 verse 2, it is written that he had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. This description suggests that Jesus was a common figure, without physical attributes that stood out. This may seem surprising to many, as we are accustomed to seeing idealized representations of Jesus. However, this simplicity highlights even more the depth of his character and message. This passage from Isaiah makes us reflect on how often we judge people by their appearance, forgetting what really matters. Jesus, despite not having an attractive appearance, possessed a transformative presence. Think about how he attracted crowds, not by his beauty, but by his words and actions. The Bible invites us to look beyond the surface, to value the interior and essence of each individual. Perhaps we can apply this in our daily lives, trying to see beyond appearances and focusing on the character and actions of the people around us. Jesus and Nathanael. The interaction between Jesus and Nathanael, narrated in John 1 verses 45 to 51, reveals fascinating aspects of perception and reality. When Nathanael first heard of Jesus, he exclaimed, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" This initial reaction shows us how prejudices can blind us to the truth. However, upon meeting Jesus, Nathanael recognized his true identity, not by his appearance but by his words and deep knowledge. It is a lesson on the importance of keeping an open mind and being willing to see beyond first impressions. Imagine the moment when Nathanael realized he was before the Messiah. Jesus, with his simple appearance, revealed to Nathanael something he never expected. This revelation makes us think about how we can misjudge people based only on their origins or appearances. Instead, we should seek to understand who they really are, looking at their actions and words. The Bible teaches us that often, the greatest treasures are hidden in the humblest appearances, as Jesus demonstrated. Unrecognizable face. One of the most impactful passages about Jesus' appearance is found in Isaiah 52 verse 14, which says, "Just as there were many who were appalled at him, his appearance was so disfigured beyond that of any human being and his form marred beyond human likeness." This verse is one of the strongest and darkest in the Bible, describing a face unrecognizable due to suffering. This image of Jesus confronts us with the reality of his sacrifice, showing that he went through extreme pain out of love for humanity. This description of Jesus as someone disfigured makes us reflect on the depth of his sacrifice and the extent of his love. He accepted unimaginable suffering to redeem humanity, and this choice is a powerful reminder of his compassion and dedication. Think of someone you know who has gone through extreme difficulties out of love for another. That person, like Jesus, demonstrates that true beauty and value are not in physical appearance but in the ability to love and sacrifice for others. Jesus revealed in Revelation. In the book of Revelation, Jesus' appearance is described in a glorious and impressive way. In Revelation 1 verses 14 to 16, it is said that his eyes were like blazing fire, his feet like bronze glowing in a furnace, and his voice like the sound of rushing waters. This description contrasts sharply with the more common images of Jesus as a humble carpenter or a suffering figure. Here, Jesus appears in his glorified form, reflecting power, majesty, and authority. This portrait reminds us that he is not just a human being but also a divine figure, full of glory and power. The vision of Jesus in Revelation shows us a different facet of his identity. This powerful representation challenges us to think about the full extent of his divinity. When we meditate on this image, we may feel small before such majesty but also comforted by the fact that this powerful being is on our side. For many, imagining Jesus this way can strengthen faith, reminding us that despite difficulties, we have a strong and glorious protector. This contrast between the humble Jesus and the glorified Jesus gives us a more complete understanding of who he is. He embodies both humanity and divinity, showing that he can relate to our weaknesses and at the same time overcome all limitations. Thinking about Jesus this way can transform our perspective on challenges and adversities. If he, with his glorious appearance, faced and overcame suffering, we too can find strength in his divine image to overcome our own obstacles. This vision prepares us to explore the tension between art and reality in the representation of Jesus. As we explore the question of Jesus' appearance according to the Bible, we dive not only into debates about physical representations but also into the essence of his legacy. The lack of detailed description reminds us that his true greatness goes beyond what the eyes can see. It is an invitation to reflect on how we can apply his teachings in our daily lives, valuing not only external appearance but love, compassion, and the true essence of each individual. May this reflection inspire us to seek truth and authenticity in our interactions, following Jesus' example in serving and loving unconditionally. Join us on this journey of spiritual discovery and personal transformation. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to continue exploring these themes and more. Let's learn and grow together in faith and knowledge.